Chelsea FC, more like Reece James FC. And I've already alluded to this. I think you're right, and um, I think that what Potter's really got to get done is he's got to create a system, a big system that doesn't rely so much on Reece James. Because I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but Reece James is building up these injuries now. It's 2 seasons running. I've never actually looked at his injury record, but let's do that now live together. Um, you have to look at someone's injury record. Availability is as many people say the best ability. And what's that looking like? You actually look at his career. Wow, this guy gets injured a lot. Look, I'm not even capping, right? I'm going to share the screen for you all now, just so you know that I'm not just saying this to be hyperbolic or reactionary or clickbait. Legit, look at this. I'm going to show it to you all. I'm going to get it on my screen now. That's Reece James's injury record. So from the 2019-20 season, first injury, ankle injury, 112 days. Then he had another ankle injury for 7 days. Then he had a bruise for 14 days, a knock for 7. Ankle injury the following season, 14 days. Then thigh strain, hamstring injury, 49 days. So far this season, he's had 2 knee injuries, have not missed 195 days. The fortunate thing for Chelsea this year is that the hugely fortunate thing this year is that a big portion of that injury was during the World Cup. Last season, hamstring injury, fitness, muscle injury, hamstring injury. So he's not getting recurring injuries of the same problem. But this man has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 injuries in 2.5 seasons. That's a problem. That is a major, major problem, especially if he is the hub of your creation. You can't do that. As a football club, you can't do that. Chelsea have to build and create something else that doesn't rely on Reece James. Because right now, he's not reliable. I'm not going to sit here and add up all those days, but it's 95 so far. That doesn't include, they don't include on this website the injuries until after they've come back. So there's this new injury now as well. So far this season, 95 days. Last year, 7, 8. I'm not going to add it up. I'm really bad at doing math in my head that quick. But you're looking at nearly a year of football he's missed in 2.5 seasons. That is not good enough. So Chelsea have to build something else. Potter has to build something else that does not rely on Reece James, because you can't, as you see, rely on Reece James physically. Technically, one of the best fullbacks in the world. But if you're not available, your ability counts for nothing. Chelsea fans chat so much about other clubs. This is what they get, and I am loving it. Neek's Ball here says Potter Ball. Obviously, bantering them a little bit. I'm going to open up the links now if anybody wants to call in and have their say here on New Year's Day. Been an interesting start to the Premier League season for the new year as well. I'm going to post that now in the live comment sections. Feel free to phone in and have your say. Turn your camera on if you can. It's always nice to put a face to the name, as it were. But that I'm going to post that and pin it as well. I'm going to pin it to the live comment section. There we go. Hang on a sec, peeps. Let me get that done. That's pinned. We've had another super chat come through here from another one of my guys here, C. And he is actually, first of all, this one says, we will struggle with corners when you take off Zachariah, is what Mo says. You certainly did. Tuchel wanted to move Reece to centre back and buy another right back. Maybe he knew Reece wouldn't last that long at right back. It's a fair point. It's a fair point to raise. And I know that Chelsea fans love Reece James, but I've been talking to football fans about this for years now. Drop your love for a player and think about your club. This man has spent hundreds of days injured in the past 2.5 years. He may work through that, but you can't have the most important member of your team who's that injury prone. It makes zero sense. It makes no sense for your most important player to be that injury prone. If you can show me how I'm wrong, I would love for you to educate me on it. Max here says, uncomfortable conversations are happening at Chelsea and Spurs. Where are the Spurs and Chelsea fans hiding? Only big dogs get wins at small clubs, is what AFC Max has got to say to us here. Honesty here says, Happy New Year, Terry. Best wishes to you and your family. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate your kind words on this beautiful day at the start of the new year. United getting a Champions League place now, Terry. Listen, let's see what Newcastle do in the window. That's very important. If Newcastle don't really sign anybody, I think they'll fall out just due to experience. Liverpool, I've said all season I'm not writing them off. I've still got Liverpool coming third this year. Man United have a great chance. But Newcastle and Man United, I think the window could be hugely key. But Man United are in the race, and I've been saying it for a while. But we will 100% finish in front of Tottenham. I still think Chelsea can turn things around, though. Maybe not Champions League position, but I think Chelsea. Listen, Graham Potter's staying, so there's no point being Potter out. Terrible energy. You've got to focus on it's buying more and developing more. That's what's going to be key. And I think that Chelsea changing managers mid-season, this kind of concoction of a squad that's from 3 or 4 managers is going to be very difficult. It's going to take time to clear out. Patience will be key. Reece James, aka Phil Jones. I mean, listen, Phil Jones when he was younger was a baller. Let's not get it twisted. But listen, injuries destroy careers. Where do you have them finishing? No Europe at all. Chelsea. I think Chelsea will finish 5th or 6th. Right now, Chelsea 5th or 6th. I still think they'll do. I still think they'll do it. Right now, when we look at the league table, let's just get it back up on our screen so we can all see that league table again. Chelsea currently sit 8th, as you can see. But they have a game in hand. Hang on, I need to refresh this. This can't be right. I need to refresh this now. I think they've got 25 points. That's right. So 25 points. They've got a game in hand over Fulham. Let's just say they win their game in hand. I think is their game in hand City though, or I could be tripping on that one. But Chelsea win their game in hand. They go level on points with Liverpool in 6th. I think they've got enough to stay in front of Brighton and Fulham this year, and that's not a dig at all. So they'll be inside that top 6 in my view. I think Spurs are going to drop down faster and quicker than they are. Let's see what Newcastle do in the window. But with Newcastle being added to that mix, it's crazy. It's crazy out there right now. It's crazy. Let's get some more of your opinions on the screen. We're going to take some calls soon as well. So if Liverpool wins tomorrow, we are very close to top 4. If Liverpool wins tomorrow, you go on to 31 points. So you'll be 1 point behind Man United. United will have a game in hand over you when we play Bournemouth the following night. So Liverpool are on the edge of top 4, which is why I said it was weird to write them off. Yes, they're leaking chances. Yes, they're leaking opportunities. But writing Liverpool off right now is suicidal opinion. It's a suicidal opinion. Chelsea become a cup team is what Mo believes here. Look, I get that argument. I get the argument, and I know Chelsea fans are not happy. That's why none of the Chelsea fans from the Football Terrace turn up to shows anymore. Jem, man's gone. I don't know where Daniel is these days. Legit, I have no idea where Daniel is. Even Winter Surfer and Matt, like they're not around anymore. Chelsea fans are they're struggling right now. They're struggling. Terry, Spurs have been subbed out of the top 6. We're going to do it at the end of the year. We are going to create, because we've got a new studio we're moving into soon. So we're moving locations again. And we're going to create a board that's going to be the top 6, and there's going to be +1 on the bottom. And at the end of the year, we're going to vote in who are in the top 6, and we'll label them from top to bottom. And it'll be a seasonal change, and there'll be a +1 added every year. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it, you know. And all teams can be in that +1. Listen, at the start of the season, everybody was telling me Man United are going to be the +1. I can't lie to you, I was nervous. Legitimately, I was nervous. I thought, oh no. Imagine my team ends up being the +1 on my own channel. It'd be crazy to me. It'd be crazy. Chelsea bought Deadwood last summer. No Europe. Do you know what I would say is interesting about the Deadwood? The one player at Chelsea who I look at and think, yeah, this guy is dead, you know. He is not a Premier League football player. They bought him too late. Koulibaly. Now, Koulibaly is a player that I praised the signing of in the summer. So this is an L for me. I got this wrong. When he's central, he's okay. He can cope. When this man gets dragged into those channels, he cannot cope in that territory. He drowns out there. It's like his ability subsides. His experience disappears. He panics. Absolutely panics. He's a fish out of water. And that, so far, things may change in the future, but Koulibaly to Chelsea has been an horrendous signing. It's been an horrendous signing.